Now is Rod Wheeler, who did a lot of the great coverage, along with Peter Ducey, the last time there was a shooting back in 2013. Hey, Rod, we're seeing these pictures. They're not live, but they're almost live. It just happened moments ago. What's your assessment, since you know the facility so well?
Well, the one thing I can tell you, Brian, is that the response to the Navy Yard these days is going to be a massive response. We learned a lot from that last situation with Aaron Alexis, whereby now we have response from the Federal Police Agency, we have response from the Park Police Agency. Now, the Park Police headquarters, just so that the viewers know, is less than a mile away from the Navy Yard. The Navy Yard is right on 8th and 8th Street Southwest, and the Park Police headquarters is right there. You have the 1st District Police Department, which is right there, of the D.C. Police. So what you're seeing now on your screen is a massive response by multiple police agencies, and I'd say at least 4 to 5 different agencies.
Rod, you know, we've been hearing about increased security moving into this weekend. ICE published a map of FBI command centers. Secretary of Defense said there's a heightened anxiety over possible 4th of July terror threats. Do you believe that this is just the beginning?
I think it's just the beginning, but I can also tell you with a great degree of assurity that, you know, here in the D.C. area, the law enforcement agencies have ramped up significantly. And actually, you can see it. If you go down right around the mall downtown D.C., you see officers now out there walking around with high-power weapons because we are prepared for something in case it were to happen.
Hey, Rod, you know what? First off, now the pictures that you're seeing are not moments ago. They are live. And I got to bring it to this. In a situation like this, we always hear that there's often a problem with who's in charge and who's telling who what to do. Who's in charge, would you say, right now?
In this particular case, it would probably be the Park Police for right now. Now, the Navy Police do have their own agency, as I just indicated, but the Park Police is right there, and that is an area that they mainly patrol, along with the 1st District Police Department here in the D.C. area. So I'd say the Park Police would be in charge, Brian.
Sure, absolutely. And while there is no connection that we know of to terror, and we don't even know if it is accurate that there is an active shooter right now, the police are responding accordingly. But if take you back to 2013, the guy who did all the shooting, Rod Wheeler, was, Aaron Alexis, and he did it on his own. With this call from ISIS, they're saying the same thing. Hey, we're looking for people just on their own, lone wolves, if you will, to do something. Pick a target and do it.
That's right. Well, you know, Aaron Alexis was a previous contractor with the government, so he still had his CAT card, which is his access card to the base. Now, I can tell you, and this is actually a bit of good news, that cannot happen today. Unfortunately, we learned the hard way 2 years ago with Aaron Alexis, but even back then, there was multiple ways to get onto the naval base. Guess what? There's no longer multiple ways now. There's only 2 ways to get onto that naval base. Right. One exit is on 8th Street, and one is on 8th Street, and they are heavily protected.
So if there was nothing to this, Rod, I don't know if you buy a monitor, but if there was nothing to this, would we still see cars cascading in? Would we still see men walking around with bulletproof vests? Wouldn't they be able to defuse this by now?
No, it's going to take a while. You know, there's over 100 actual buildings on the Washington Navy Yard over there. So they have to go through each and every building, Brian, just to make sure that they are secure.
All right. Rod Wheeler, stand by for just a moment.